I'll throw it at you, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. I think first things first, manners. You know, if I get 10 messages in a day, 8 of them rub me the wrong way. You know, it's always do this for me or no acknowledgement of what I do. And I'm not saying, you know, you gotta hit anyone up and be like, oh, you're the best, you're the greatest. What you do is, you know, I'm not saying you gotta do all that shit, but you know what I mean? Like, give people context as to why you're getting in touch with them. And the stuff like, hey, bro, hey, you know what I mean? Like, what's up?
Right.
There's got to be context, man. You got to grab people from the start, and that's just on the approach and be respectful, have manners, please and thank you. A lot of people forget that shit. Please and thank you goes a long way with people who also have manners. Be clear, be concise. Don't waffle on about it. Just get to the point. Say, hey, look, I've been watching you do X and X, and I really need some help with that. Do you have any time to answer some questions, or do you have any time to jump on a call? I'm interested in maybe purchasing something from you. You know, hit me back. Let me know what you think, or you know, something along those lines. Don't talk to them like they're just any person. You know, like the hey bro. Not doing it for people. You know,
Yeah.
that's just my thought. And then onwards, just it's about sticking to what you're saying, you know what I mean, and following up and taking what they say really on board. If you want to build a relationship with someone who's doing something, it has to be active. It can't just be like thoughtless conversation that you would have with anyone. It's got to be specific to someone. It's got to be on task and concise. You're going to build up a kind of relationship, hopefully, where you can joke and where you can just shoot a message to see what someone's doing or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, approach people. If it's a professional relationship you're looking to build, you've got to approach with professionalism.
And I think that it doesn't stray far from the internet and cyberspace and reality. You know what I'm saying? So I know the type of work that Timo does. He does a lot of promotions. So he's out there. He does way more stuff offline than he does online. You know what I mean? So I think it's just, yo, my granny, man. My granny was the greatest, man. Yeah. Last week I told you that my granny taught me a hard head make a soft behind. I got another one for you, man. Okay. She also told me, do unto others as you had them do unto you, all right? And that right there, that's it. That's the secret right there. That is such a secret, man. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my life and some of the things that I've done. You know, I've had many different careers. Right now I'm doing this music stuff, right? But at one point in time, I used to run a AT&T wireless cell phone store, right? I was the manager there. And it was my first management position, my first experience in corporate America. And I'll never forget this. I called my dad up because I was nervous. Like, it just hit me like, wow, you know what? You are in charge of 13 people's lives. I had a staff of 13. You're in charge of their lives. And if you fuck something up, you could potentially fuck up an entire family. So I called my dad up, man. I was like 2 hours into the job at this point in time. I called him up. And my dad is a superintendent out at a chemical plant. You know, he's been doing that for like 30 years, man. And I just called him. I'm like, it just hit me. What do I do? And he told me, remember what your granny used to tell you. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. And that's all relationships are about. That's it. If you don't have the technical knowledge, you don't necessarily have all the answers, all you gotta do is remember, do unto others as you have them do unto you. So if you out here maneuvering with a slime ball mentality, think to yourself, hey, would I want a motherfucker do this to me? You know what I'm saying? Treat people the way that you want to be treated, and that will take you further than any bit of knowledge that you may have, any bit of money you can bring to the situation, man. I've had people who got money that have approached me with different situations. I don't even want to rock with you, man, because I don't like your approach. You know what I'm saying? You're not treating me the way that I would like to be treated.